What's going on, everyone? This is Dom, and today we are getting into 48 hours with this little baby right here. Yes, if you watch my previous cases and accessories video on this, literally right after that I went and just picked up the 256 gigabyte model because I was convinced that this little tiny guy right here is going to be my new phone. And you know what? I actually don't have regrets about that. It's kind of crazy because I came from an 11 Pro Max, which is obviously the big boy, chunky boy, right? And this little guy is the exact opposite of such thing. Like, I mean, look at how small this is. Look at the icons. They're so tiny. Needless to say, I didn't think this was gonna work out as well as it did. I mean, I really can't complain. So in case you're curious to know, I am using this like coral colored case, I guess, with it. I like the Apple cases, they're pretty simple. I have a ton of cases, obviously, and if you haven't seen my cases and accessory lineup for this, I will leave that link down below for you. But everything down to the box for this thing is tiny. Like the mini box, mini phone, and let me tell you, first off, we know all about the cameras here, so I don't even really need to talk about that. I will include a photo gallery down below in the description for you in case you want to see what this camera is capable of, but it does have the same camera capabilities as the iPhone 12, hence this being the iPhone 12 mini. So one of the things that I knew I was going to have to get used to on this phone, which isn't that big of a deal, but everything is just smaller, right? Like, I mean, even when you're going to type on like the keyboard here, look at how, first of all, look at how fat my fingers are, and look at just typing on there. Like, it's actually not too bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot different. I mean, if we just compare the keyboard sizes alone between, this is the iPhone 12 Pro Max versus the iPhone 12 mini, like, look at that drastic difference, right? That was a little bit of a learning curve for me because honestly, I haven't used a smaller iPhone since the newest iPhone SE came out, and these are very similar in size. I do personally like the design of this a lot more. Obviously, I like the just squared off edges. It's been my favorite, you know, from back in the iPhone 5 days, and then we get the iPhone 12 with the same kind of thing. So obviously the design here is nothing different. You can tell, I mean, you know, fingerprint city, which is why I just keep a case on it. It just makes it out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. But as far as performance goes, I mean, this thing performs like you would expect it to. I mean, it performs like an iPhone 12. It's just a smaller version of it. Got the full display on the front, and I mean, I have a little notch obviously at the top there. That's not that big of a deal to me, but I think that this phone, it's pretty nice. Like, okay, I will say this though, as far as battery life goes, it hasn't been the greatest in my opinion. I can say that it's been around the 6-hour mark-ish. So battery life hasn't been phenomenal, but it's a small battery. I mean, this is a small phone and it doesn't take up as much power as, let's say, this big boy right here. And I'll be giving my full thoughts on the iPhone 12 Pro Max very soon in a future video. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already and hit the notification bell. But this guy, okay, like I said, battery life, it's okay. It's actually doable for me personally. I think it'd be cute to see a tiny little Apple battery case for this phone, just because it's already so tiny. I really can't get enough of the size. One thing I will say that I did notice with this guy is the Apple leather wallet here, the MagSafe wallet, actually stays on the 12 mini so much better than any other phone. And like even without a case, this thing is solid. Like, I trashed this wallet a lot because it really doesn't work great with the Max or the 12 or the 12 Pro. It doesn't stay on. Even without a case on this guy, this wallet, it stays on. I don't know, I was just impressed that this actually works a lot better with the mini than it does with any of the larger size phones. And I really just think that's because there's less surface area for it to wiggle around, and you have the frame here that creates a bit of a different like surface that this really can't slide across as easily. And so if you're one to rock a phone without a case, you actually, I hate to say it, but you might want to consider this wallet because and this is probably the only time I will ever say that, because outside of my experience with this on this phone, honestly, this thing I would not recommend. But here it's actually been pretty nice. Now I know I said before, if you're choosing between the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro right here, you should probably just go with the iPhone 12 because I don't think that the bump in price for this guy right here is worth it because you're really not getting that much more. I know people will say, oh, well, you get the telephoto lens and LiDAR on the iPhone 12 Pro. Well, let me tell you this, if you're using the telephoto lens, there's a good chance, a huge percentage of the time, the phone is actually just using the regular camera and zooming in because the aperture is better on the regular camera than it is on the telephoto lens, and then you'll get higher quality photos just using the regular lens zoomed in than you would if you use the telephoto lens in like low light situations. Anyway, let's put that off to the side here. I think that if you're choosing between iPhone 12 models, this one might be the one to get over the 12. I mean, if you can get past the smaller screen, this is cheaper. It offers everything that the iPhone 12 offers, and it's just so damn cute. Obviously, you can see there's a big size difference between the 12 and the mini right here, but I mean, there's something to be said about a 2020 smartphone that is a powerful flagship in a small package. I mean, no corners were cut on here. I mean, if you don't wanna count the little lens that's missing right there and the LiDAR, I don't think that will be a big deal, especially since this sucker starts at like $729 or something like that, $699. It's really, really inexpensive. Of course, you get everything that you would with the iPhone 12. We got MagSafe. I mean, we have the same design and build quality, which, you know, I don't have much to say about that because it is what it is. It's an aluminum body. We have a glass back here and the screen on the front. I mean, everything is exactly the same as the iPhone 12. It's just shrunk down into a much smaller package. And that's really all there is to say about this, right? Like, if you want to know more about the iPhone 12 or the 12 Pro, I definitely have a video for that, which I will link down below for you, but I think that this is a definite win, and this is going to be like my main phone for a little bit. I want to get back to the basics. I really, really liked the iPhone 5, like a lot. I thought it was a cool phone, and this is just reminiscent of that in so many ways. It's small, it's portable. The screen size, yes, the screen size is kind of small, and I am a person that watches a lot of YouTube on my phone, so that might be the biggest problem for me is watching YouTube videos, like literally, because I do that all the time. I sit on the couch, watch YouTube videos on the phone, you know, that kind of thing. Look at this footprint, right? Look at that. Like, that is a crazy drastic difference. So having a smaller display than I would get with the Pro Max, definitely going to be something that I'm gonna have to get over or adjust to, and if not, I'm gonna have to go back to a larger display smartphone. Other than that, I don't think there are any things with the iPhone 12 mini that really prevent me from wanting to use it on the daily. And it's just really been refreshing. Like, I love that I can put pretty much any case on it and it still remains just as small as it is. I mean, either way, even with the bulkiest case, it's still not gonna be as big as the 12 or the 12 Pro, and it'll never touch the size of the 12 Pro Max because this thing is just chunk city. But I think that this is a really great phone. I mean, the price is affordable. It's not iPhone SE territory at the $400 mark, but you're getting flagship specs in this, and I really, honestly, I can't complain about it. I wish I could go on and on about my 48 hours with the iPhone 12 mini, but really, I mean, it's not much different than the time that I spent with the iPhone 12. It's just in a smaller package, and that is the point, right? iPhone 12, iPhone 12 mini, there are zero compromises between the two, unless you want to count maybe the screen size here on this guy, because it obviously is much smaller, and you have a much smaller footprint here, but I personally like that. I don't know. I want to know what you think though about this little guy down in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a thumbs up, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos like this come out in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Once again, this is Dom, and I'll catch you in the next video.